Now geometrical representation of a complex number. Now just now we have gone for the ordered pairs. Now can we represent that particular ordered pairs in the graphically? Yes, we can. Okay. So before going for the representation of a complex number geometrically, let me give you a brief statement. Okay. Now in analytical geometry, we use Cartesian coordinates. To establish a one-to-one correspondence between set of ordered pairs. And let ordered pairs be A comma B. Okay. In analytical geometry, we use Cartesian coordinates to establish one-to-one correspondence between the set of the ordered pairs in R cross R. We have done this in the sets, in the relations. So AB in R cross R and the set of points, say it is PA comma B in the geometrical plane. So this was a brief introduction for the representation, that what you have done in the earlier classes. You can say it is a brief recap. Okay. Now we have done it, we can represent a ordered pair in the form of a complex number. Now suppose we are having ordered pair is 2 and 3. Is it clear? So what we can write it? We can write it Z is equal to 2 plus 3 iota. Okay. Now this is 2 is what? 2 is a real and 3 is what? It is a imaginary. Okay. Because with 3 we are having iota and a symbol for the imaginary number is there. So we are just representing first part, first ordered pair component of first one as a real part and second is the imaginary part. Okay. Even you can write it, this is a real part and this is imaginary part. Now representing on the Arganda plane or a complex plane, I have used two terms, new terms, complex plane or Arganda plane, we can call it. Okay. So now real part, where to represent real part? As the ordered pair, always we are using first as on the x-axis and second on the y-axis. First we are considering as a domain, second as a range in the ordered pairs. Okay. So that's why in the complex number, now first will be on the x-axis, which we are calling x-axis, but here we will be not terming it as a x-axis. What we will be writing? We will be writing this as a real axis. It will be real axis and this is what? Imaginary axis. This will be imaginary axis. Okay. What we are writing as real, for a real axis x-axis, for imaginary axis y-axis. Now suppose we are having here numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this one. Similarly this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now negative of 1, negative of 2, negative of 3, negative of 4, negative of 5. Similarly this side negative of 1, negative of 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So basically what you are doing in your graph paper. Now we are having z is equal to 2 plus 3 iota. So how to represent this part? 2 and 3 iota. So this is the point, complex number z is equal to 2 plus 3 iota. This is the point z. Z is equal to, Z is equal to 2 plus 3 iota. Now this point represents a complex number. Now and what I pronounced, complex plane or a Arganda plane. Now a plane on which complex number are represented. Basically we are going to represent this one on the graphical planes. Okay, a plane on which complex numbers are represented are often called, now what they are called? They are called, sometimes we are calling it complex plane, or Arganda plane. Sometimes in senior classes books you will be saying Gauss plane. Arganda is also mathematician, Gauss is also mathematician. So on just to pay the regard for them, we are using Arganda plane, Gauss plane, basic term complex plane. So this is all about the complex part, that how we can geometrically represent a complex plane on the complex number, on the Arganda plane or a complex plane.